um, to how to like set the time that we are supposed to meet at, right? So I just put it out right here. So I think it'd be better to kind of go over that first before we get into the rest of the script. All right. So how do you say time? Usually, when someone asks you what time is it now, that expression in Korean will be 지금 몇 시야? 지금 몇 시야? In order to break it down, 지금, now, right? Literally now, right? 지금 is now, right? Like, for instance, like, 아, 배고파, right? Like, and someone could ask you, like, do you want to go out for eat? Do you want to, like, grab something to eat? And the other person could say, like, yes, and when do you want to go? 지금, it's now, okay? 지금 is now, okay? Or, like, I'm okay, I could just hold on for a little bit more. So maybe a little bit later, then you could say, oh, 이따, 이따. 이따 is like, later, right? Oh, go ahead.
What's the difference between 지금 and 이제?
이제 is about to start.
Okay.
So, for instance, like, how do you say start in Korean? 시작, right? 시작, right? 이제 시작이야. That means like it's about to begin. Or you could translate as now, but more precisely, translating more precise like translation will be it's about to begin. Like, literally like about to begin. So 이제 kind of like it gives you the prediction that which stuff is gonna like happen. But 지금 tells you that it's now. Okay. So like when your friend is asking you to do something, and he or she's asking when do you want to do it, and if you say now, then 지금 will be the right expression. 지금. Okay. And a lot of Korean drama, like when the boy and the girl, like they're having this kind of some going on. Some is like something going on, right? And girl is asking that, like, there's some sort of boundary going on, like something and going out. Because Korean culture is very distinctive, like boys and girls, like when they're going out, they have to precisely announce to the public, like, oh, we're going out. And starting from like, this, particular day. So we are.
What are we?
Yeah, we are. So they're saying that like, oh, we've been going out for 22 days. It's an anniversary. They tend to do this a lot. And yeah, they start recording this days. And the first anniversary will be 22 days. And I think they like to exchange a lot of gifts. So they do that, I guess. And one thing kind of freaked me out before back in high school. So we have a concept called couple rings. Couple rings.
Oh my god.
It's not an engagement ring. It's not like a wedding ring like this. It's a couple ring. So yeah, it's a promise ring. So we are going out. So you have to show out your fingers to people that yeah, I'm my status, my relationship status is dating. So they have a couple ring and this like when I was young, right? And I wasn't really sure about this concept before. And I came to United States, and after maybe a couple of years later, I came back to Korea for summer break, and I had this girlfriend, and she demanded me to have this couple ring, and I was very confused because I was about to start like Americanize all this culture and stuff, and it's too obvious to save this finger until the marriage, right? So I was very shocked, and she said like, I have no commitment, and so I'm like, this girl is crazy, so I have to get out of here, and but
You do though.
what? I do what? I do what?
So weren't you like scared of commitment for like a long time?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I mean that's the usual kind of phenomenon for boys, right?
7 years, Chris.
7 years. I mean, yeah, that was quite a long time, but.
Is that how long you're dating your girlfriend?
Yeah, 6.5, more precise.
Oh, wife now.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's my wife now, yeah. But yeah. That's why. That's why she said So since we're having this long distance relationship for a long time, right? And when we had this big argument, and she was saying that Chris, you ruined my 20s. And I understand because we've been going out for a long time, right?
Shit.
But, I know, but that kind of broke my heart. So I couldn't endure the fact that she, said it out. So yeah, that was kind of like a dark moment. Yeah, because actually. Thanks for giving me this recall.
No problem.
Yeah. But anyway, 지금 is now, okay? But 지금 is important, right? So whatever happens back in past, right? 지금 is important. So 지금 is very, very important. 지금, okay? So 지금 몇 is like what, right? What?
Wait, how do you say past?
That's great. Like usually when you wanna like say past, we say 과거. 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 But this is kind of like the past. It's the word that express the past, but but Korean people likes to point out when exactly past. We don't really use past 과거 in your sentence that often. So for instance, like if you want to say like yesterday, we specifically point out like yesterday. If you want to like point out like a month, then we just say like specifically saying that a month. But like if it's a month ago, it's a past, right? Or if it's like 1 year ago, like 2 years ago, it's a past, right?
So then how would you say like before? Like for example, like oh before we had to wear uniforms, but not anymore.
That's a great question. So before we have to put 전에, but I think it's like a case by case. I think. So like for instance, like Gabby said, like like before, we used to wear the uniform, but not now. If you want to generate that kind of like sentence right there, right? Then maybe like you could just say like before college, right? Then 대학교 전에. That'd be like in the past. Okay, that would be before actually. But back to past, the meaning of the word past. We don't really use 과거 like that often in the sentence. So we specifically point out when was that past, like a month ago or 5 months ago or like several years ago, like specifically. Okay. And I was watching. Speaking of that, actually, I was watching this the stand-up comedy from this Japanese lady. She was like she was explaining about the word ish.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it was
I think
like
I've seen it.
hilarious because like in Japan they don't really have the word ish, but it's like it's not even a word, but it's expression, right? It's slang, right? So around what time, right? But I think Korean people use ita a lot, like ish. You can use ish as like ita as well. Like 이따가 봐, but you don't really know when is it. But it's ish, so I guess later ish. So yeah. So we do have that sort of like expression right here.
And future is needed, right?
그렇지. 똑똑해. Needed is future.
I heard that like when they're dissing each other, like 미래 없어 or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You got no future.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I remember the rhyme from the. Isn't it from the Show Me the Money or something?
Yeah, I don't remember specifically, but like.
Oh, they just launched like a new show, like a high school rapper or something. 고등문 rapper.
Oh.
They're so good. I guess they're not really studying for like SAT or something, but yeah, they're so good.
Okay.
Yeah, they got all the swag and stuff, and yeah, it's crazy.
Okay, sorry I keep asking
It's
questions.
okay.
But also I don't know if we've talked about this before.
Okay.
But what's the difference between 일 and 하루?
Okay, that's a very good question actually. So 일 is when you like wanna specifically point out like how many days. Okay, like 1일, 2일, 3일, 4일, 5일. Okay, you could just say about duration, right? But 하루 is pretty much one day. Just point at like single day. Okay. So like
that day we went to the beach.
No, not it. Like So speaking of the like grading task which I just finished, it was a pain in the butt. But anyway, like your professor could ask you like I'm pretty sure you're gonna be able to finish this for today.
Also, 하루 쓰기.
하루 만에 끝낼 수 있지. Like 하루. Like this today or one day. Yeah, today or one day. Okay. And for instance, like every
daily 하루.
daily with more accurate interpretation.
This isn't one time, but how do you say like how do you see you 3 months later?
Okay, that's a good question actually. This is related actually. 3 months later.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put it right here.
Mhm.
3 months later.
Like how do you distinguish 3 months later from like the month of March? Do you know what I mean? Like
Oh,
you know what
yeah.
I mean? Because I was talking to my grandma and she's like, when are you coming home? And I was like,
That's a good question. That's a good question because in English there is the terminology for each month, right?
Mhm.
Like January to the December, right? But Korean doesn't really have it, right?
Yeah.
We just go with like 1월, 12월, right?
Mhm.
Okay, that's a good question because if you want to say like 3 months later, you don't really say 3월 이후. Okay, 3월, if you just translate exactly word by word,
Mhm.
this will be the right one, right?
Mhm.
But 3월 ihu is like a completely different translation. It will be like after March.
Mhm.
But if you want to change it to this expression,
Mhm.
then it will be 3개월. Just put K.
Okay.
3개월 ihu means after 3 months later. Okay. The first one, number 1, will be after March,
Mhm.
and this number 2 will be after 3 months later. Okay. So how do you say 1 month later?
2개월.
Very good. Excellent. That's it. Because I remember you guys loving the fact that Korean doesn't really have certain terminology called like
It's
each
actually-
month.
But it's easier this way instead of trying to remember the day.
Oh, trust me, it took me a long time to remember like January to like December. Even spelling too. Those spellings are weird.
February.
Yeah, February. Yeah.
I always struggle with spelling Wednesday.
Wednesday. That's how I do it.
That's what I do too. Wednesday.
Well, because like the months, they're pretty similar in Spanish, but the days.
Oh,
But
okay.
the days, no.
Okay. Oh, it's similar to Spanish too then.
So equal means later,
He was later. Yes, he was literally later.
and then what does the K mean?
K doesn't really have any meaning.
It's
It's like if you include this K in here, they will be just 3 months later.
So it's just a grammar thing.
Yeah, you could say that, sure. But it's like a sort of expression, I guess. This one word will be just dog, right? But yeah. So K-word doesn't really have any you couldn't really call this as a word. I think it comes with number. Okay. Okay. So where did I stop? Okay. So.
Sorry.
Sorry. It's a lot of detours. Okay. So 지금 is now, and 야 is what, and she is time, and 야 is beaver, right? So what time is it now, right? Right. And you could actually replace 야 to ayo to make this expression as polite version, right? All right. So a little bit of review right here. 미샤, 지금 몇 시야?
오후 1시 10분?
Very good. Excellent. Excellent. Nice job. Nice job. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I know another question you could ask, but now that I'm telling you, you can't ask.
What is it?
What day is it?
Right. But I don't think they went through those material yet. So.
What day is it? Like Monday, Tuesday.
Oh no, I meant like date.
What date?
Mm-hmm.
You could do that. Yeah, like if you're including like all these years and months and everything. But I think time is good enough for now, right? All right. So and by the way, this script is like mainly focusing on like direction. How do you ask directions? So I'm gonna focus on that. All right. So and also the reason why we came back to this because we learned this expression before, right? 이따, later, 우리, us, like we, 몇 시, what time, and particle, 과, see, right? What time do we see each other, right? Okay. All right. So yeah, they so A actually recommend B to meet at the Gangnam Station number 7 exit, right? So B is agreeing with it. So he's saying that 그래 is okay, okay. 좋아 is great, 좋아 is or happy, or right, like it could just it could be like some kind of like a this feeling expression too, right? Like how are you feeling? 좋아 is good, right? Or J Park song 좋아, right? Okay. And 그럼 is like something that like you want to make the sentence like continuous. Okay, 그럼 is like by the way, I guess by the way. 이따, the amazing word like a later-ish, right? Later, 5:30. 반 is half, right? Remember, like the half moon would be 반달. particle 강남역. 강남역 is 강남 subway station. 강남 station. 7번. And 7번. And 번 doesn't really go by itself, right? It always comes with numbers, right?
So
It's okay, shoot. So at 5:30, by the way, later 5:30, Gangnam Station, exit number 7, Pa is meet, right? So I'll meet you at Gangnam Station, exit number 7, later at 5:30. Okay? All right, and I think these are very kind of fun expression right here. And 그래 is okay, 이따 is later, Pa is meet, right? And 뿅 is, what is 뿅? 뿅 is like peace. But
are you asking me?
no, I'm just telling you right now.
Oh.
So peace, like between friends, you could just you could actually pull out some kind of like a expression to say that like I'm getting out of it, right? Right. And 뿅 is like some kind of cute way to say it. 뿅 doesn't really contain like as much as like a swag as the peace, but 뿅 also kind of like deliver the fact that like I'm getting out of it. So usually like when even I use it to my close friends actually. Like some of my friends, good friends call me from Korea and we were talking for like a long time and hey I gotta go, 뿅. Then you know that like I gotta go, I'm leaving. Like peace out. But it doesn't contain that much of swag. 뿅 is kind of cute way, right? It's not a gangster way. It's a 뿅. And girls tend to use it a lot, like more than guys actually. Okay. And if you look at the beneath, bye bye, obviously bye bye, right? Bye. Yeah. I think Japanese people they also use like bye bye instead of sayonara, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. So, all right. So this person actually arrived nearby Gangnam Station right now, and I think she's having trouble to find the Gangnam Station exit number 7. So she's kind of like just wandering around. Okay. So is just like sigh. 강남역 7번 출구가 어디지? So 어디지 is what is 어디지? 어디 is where is it exactly? Great. Okay. And what about 강남역 7번 출구? So where is Gangnam Station? Exit number 7. Okay. She's wandering around right now. She's like, where is this? Number 7. Okay. It happened to me before too, actually. That's why I'm using this word, right? So she's just talking to herself. She's being crazy. She's just start talking to herself. 여기 is here. What about there.
This is funny. I like picturing it like very well.
This is pretty good script, right?
Yes.
It's very realistic, right? 여기's here and 저기's there. 여기는 는 particle. 5번, number 5. 출구 is exit. So she's saying that here is number 5 exit. Okay. I told you about like dot dot dot, right? It's kind of continuing, right? It's not really. Maybe there is something that's omitting, right? I'm sick and tired of finding this exit number 7. Maybe it goes like that, but it's continuing, yeah, right? And this person being brave and just going to like some stranger. Exactly. Excuse me. Hey. 혹시 is
By any chance. Oh.
by any chance. That's good. That's good tip. By any chance, yes. By any chance is more precise actually. 혹시. So 혹시, which kind of contains the she's not really sure about the fact that this gentleman knows the way or not. That's why she's using 혹시. 강남역 is Gangnam Station. Go ahead.
Is there another one that's like 설마 or something?
설마 is you have your belief is like strong enough to suspicious about this other kind of like a case. Okay, but this is like half and half, I guess. But 설마 is like your belief is stronger than your conjecture, I guess.
Okay.
혹시 Gangnam Station, number 7, exit. Row is very important. Row is like 2. Okay, 2. 어떻게? How? 가는지 is this infinite form would be 가다. Let's go, right? 가다. But the reason why we change this 가다 form into adjective because you want to say that do you know how to get there? You want to use this know. You want to ask about it. That's why you use kanji. Okay? So if you translate this whole sentence right here, any by chance know how to go to number 7 exit. Does it make sense? One more time? One more? Okay. Any by chance know how to go to exit number 7? Okay?
I'm excited.
Yeah? You're getting more advanced?
Because I understood the sentence like when I read it, so I was like, yeah.
Awesome. I'm very proud of you. Yeah. Okay? Any question regarding this sentence? Feel free to why did you ask your where did you like mark your
Oh,
in your
this
hand?
is for like our sorority. We had like an event.
I
Free food, so
I see.
didn't know you paid.
Okay, so do you know how to get to exit number 7 of Gangnam Station? Any by chance? Okay. And this gentleman is kind enough to stop walking and telling this person how to get to the place.
Is
Okay.
this when we need to draw them out?
The reason why I draw the map because it kind of give you like better vision, right? Okay. All right. So I'm gonna briefly explain about like why I drew this picture right here. Okay. This picture is literally the meaning of the last sentence right here. Okay. So what is the girl? Right. There are 2 people right now, and this guy is actually telling her how to get to the place. Right? But I stopped with the first sentence. The second sentence I'm going to go with the next class. Right? The first sentence is saying that just he's making sure that they're looking at the same spot. Okay, and this gentleman is pointing that the building right there. Okay, this building right here. Okay, and so saying that you see that building, and around that building there's the intersection. Okay, there's intersection. At the intersection, take a right and go straight. That's all what he's saying right now. But I'm gonna break it down to like each to explain you guys better. Okay. So first of all, 네. So he's like kind enough to accepting agreeing to show this person how to get to the place. Okay. 네. 저기 is there, right? 저기 is there. 보이는. But this infinite form is 보다. The reason why we're changing this as adjective because we have to wrap this part. Okay. So you want to say something is showing, but I want to explain about this particular object which I can see. Okay. That's why I changed to 보이는 instead of 보다. Okay, it's adjective. So this one actually helping supporting the sentence way. Okay. So particular this of showing, okay, is pointing that and try to like make sure they're seeing the each same object right there. 우리 은행, 우리, I mean it's us, right? But there is like a there are three like a big banks in Korea. This is the one of them. 우리 은행, that 은행 is bank. Okay, this is literally name actually, name of the bank. Okay, okay, name of the bank. So 우리 은행 사거리. So Korean people tend to use this major the landmark and the intersection. Okay, because like in America they like to use like crossing streets, right? Maybe like Burr Road and 107th Avenue. You say like that, right? But Korea, there's specific. If you go to like this place often, then there's specific landmark that you cannot really miss. So you usually use this kind of expression around here. So landmark intersection. Okay. So if you look at like a big bank right there, and there's intersection, so you're not going to miss it, right? So he's saying that the Uri bank intersection, you see that, right? Right. So if you see that Uri bank intersection, 에서 is at, right? At the Uri bank intersection, 우회전. 우회전 is turn right. Okay? 우회전 is turn right. What is like a turn left is 좌회전. 좌회전. But if you want to know what is exactly this meaning of it, 회전 is like spinning. Okay? 회전 is spinning. But 우 is literally 오른쪽, like right. Yeah, spin right, exactly. If you want to translate like word by word, like literally, it will be like spinning right. And this is spinning left.
So 소거리, 사거리,
사거리.
like the corner.
So at the 사거리 is intersection. I'm sorry.
Oh.
우리 은행 is a bank, name of the bank. 사거리 is an intersection.
So
Intersection.
maybe street names if it's like there's like a major landmark on the street.
Right, but they don't only go with the street name. I think this 사거리 expression is like more often kind of like using the expression for Korean actually. Yeah. They don't even know their home address street anyway. But they recently actually changed it. So they could accommodate the street name easier than past.
You say go straight.
I was right here
Oh,
actually.
okay.
Okay. So 우리은행 사거리 is like 우리은행 literal intersection. Intersection. Intersection means like there are two roads crossing, right? Right. So we have this kind of like a scene going on right now, right? Okay. So they're literally looking at the 우리은행, which is big landmark right here, and there's intersection. That's why we call this as 우리 bank intersection. Okay. So that's why it's number one right here. Number one. 사거리 is 우회전. Number one.
So can you just say like left and right by itself?
Sure. So if you want to point out the fact that like your left and your right, there will be 왼쪽, 오른쪽. I'm writing 오른쪽 on the top because I put the right spin on the top here too. Okay. 오른쪽 is right, 왼쪽 is left.
So why is it 오른쪽 and orange? Like
Why doesn't it really match?
yeah.
Because if you want to know about the historical background, 좌우 actually came from Chinese letter. But this is more like Korean actually. So if you really want to use this expression into this sentence, instead of using 우회전, you can say 오른쪽으로 가셔서. 가셔서. Instead of 하셔서. Because this already contains the verb meaning, right? 회전 is spinning already, right? But this only point out the fact that like the right or left. So if you want to use that expression, you can just put like 가 instead of 하. So 오른쪽 가셔서 instead of 우회전. It will be the same meaning actually. Okay? Alright. Okay, so we just turn right at this big intersection right here. And 하셔서 직진. Stephanie just asked us a question, right? 직진 is going straight. 직진 하세요. 하세요 is do, right? Recommending, do, suggesting, right? Do. Okay, so right here. So turning right at the Uri Bank intersection and go straight. That's all he's saying right here.
I'm confused about the 하셔서.
하셔서, like infinite form is 하다. Just do.
Yeah, so
The reason why we're using do here instead of like go, because we have already like the action containing in here. 우회전 is like a turning right. It has the meaning of already like turning right.
yeah, I'm confused about the way it's conjugated.
Could
Like,
you put hair?
like the 하셔서 would be like,
우회전해요 that does make sense too. 우회전해요.
oh.
Yeah.
I'm confused as to whether it's specific because it's like, for like after you turn right. 시작하세요, if that makes any sense. Like if it has a meaning of like putting things into context of the order.
I'm trying to understand your question.
Or is it based off of direction?
So you're simply asking why we're using 하셔서, right? 하셔서, it actually came from 하시다, which is kind of more polite version of 하다. Okay, but we could actually put 우회전 하세요. We can end the sentence. We can actually say 그리고 직진하세요. 그리고 means end, right? The reason why, because I want to just make it as like one sentence. So if this confuses you, we can just change it as 우회전 하세요. 우회전 하세요 is perfectly fine. But the reason why 하세요 changed to 하셔서, because you want to actually continue the sentence. Okay? Okay? Any question? All right, so partner up and just let's just read it over and stop for today. Okay? Fighting.
Yeah.